Alright, shalom. First and foremost, we give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who's teaching this truth and sincerity, and also who will well. Peace and salutations to the whole full elect, which are you so-called Negroes, Latino, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the true Israelites that's coming out, the elect nation of Israel, and no other nation, according to biblical scriptures. Alright, so this particular lesson, this is, all through the Spirit, and I think I'll title it, to be in this truth, you gotta have obedience. Now, this particular video is more like a lesson on how to conduct yourself. Okay, so the first scripture that I want to grab is Ephesians, because, I've been in Revelation, the 14th chapter, getting, talking about the new song, Revelation 14:3 to be specific. And I know I put that in my last video, but, only the elect is going to understand the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the 100% doctrine, the true doctrine, that the elders and apostles teach. And that's all given through Yahweh Shai. The Lord reveals his secrets unto the prophets. Alright, so, but this particular individual, I'm going to put it like this. When you come in this truth, now it's a real walk that you got to put on. You got to be obedient. It's, you got to take the chastisements, the obedience. So right now it's popping in my head is Ephesians and Hebrews, and Titus. Alright, so actually let me grab Hebrews first. I believe it's 13. Nope, it's 12. Slocking. So the first scripture I want to grab is 12, and I'll start at 6. And it says, "For whom the Lord loveth, he's chastening and scourge every son whom he receives. If he endures chastising, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom whom the Father chasteneth not?" So, to be chastised, you gotta get some correction. You gotta get some you gotta go through some type of punishment. Alright? And just because you go through a bad time or a time of affliction or a time of correction or just a moment that you don't feel good in it, doesn't mean the Lord isn't dealing with you. If you know this truth, that's just correction to make you better and make sure you don't do it in the future, and like I said in the scriptures, it says, for what son is he, for what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? Your Father chastise you, you represent your Father. If I was like, back when I was like 7 or something, when I'm going off or doing something my dad doesn't like, what he gonna do? He gonna give me a whooping when I get home, but even though I get that whooping, doesn't mean the Father doesn't love you. He's trying to correct you and make sure you get all that disobedience out of you. Alright, so the thing is, you gotta put off, and Jake is very disobedient, man. They feel like, and it's like, man, pride is a strong demon. They feel like they don't need to listen. They feel like they got all the answers. Pride, man, is the pinnacle, in the not 7 deadly sins, but the 7 deadly sins. Pride is the pinnacle, because when it comes to pride, it feels like you don't need to lean towards nobody, even Yahweh. And that is very dangerous, man, to feel like you got all the answers. That's why Job had to get checked. Alright, so this is the book of Ephesians, Um, let's go with chapter 4. All right, and I'll start at 22, and it reads that ye put off the concerning former conversation, the old man which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. And like I said, when that's talking about your conversation, it's talking about your conduct, how you conduct yourself, you know. So this particular video was going to an individual that I'll just be, 100% sincere, genuine. When it comes to his curiosity of the scriptures, yeah, he's on the right page. But how he conducts himself and how he takes, order, order in being in the congregation, not in the congregation, but being amongst GMS, he's going off, and not trying to put too much out there, but it's just an example, and this is just something that, because the scriptures say let the congregation be blameless, roughly paraphrasing, but could have got, if he was amongst, GMS being on the same side as, me and the other brothers, it could have definitely been a problem, and we got the polite situation going on, and that could have been, a perfect example of pointing fingers at GMS. So we had to, we don't want to deal with you. But it was a lesson, that you had to, it was a lesson that even for me, that you had to take hold. So I want to get, I'm gonna grab the book of Titus, and it was like some, because you gotta understand, the Lord is looking for creme de la creme. He don't want in the scriptures say He'd rather have you hot or cold. He don't want you lukewarm. And if you're gonna come in and give it your sincere, genuinely best. So Titus 1 and 16, it says, they profess that they know Yahweh, but the works they deny Him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work retrograde. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people, and a lot of Christians, they say they know God, they know Jeebus. No, it's Yahweh. And Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai? It's Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Now, once you get those names, all right, that's beautiful. All right, now you getting some form of access to salvation in the kingdom, but it's not just knowing the word, the names. Now, are you fearing? Are you like I said, I always put it, you gotta have fear, you have to have faith, you gotta have the names, and works. All right, so faith, fear, and basically works. All right, so I want to grab the word disobedient real fast. All right, boy, they changed up the okay, here we go. And it says impursuable, if I got that word right. If any brother can correct me, hey, please. It says impursuable, not compliant, disobedient, and consumptuous. Salakia. I don't know what that last word means, but it's getting into not listening to order. When you come in this truth, you gotta understand order, and you have to understand, like, we're here to better ourselves. Correction is not always gonna feel good, because we're trying to be, we're blameless. Got me in Matthew. right? Because we're peacemakers. So Matthew 5 and 9. No, let's start at 8. It says, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh." And actually, I'm going to highlight that one. And it says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Yahweh." And when you in this truth, you're going to you gonna not look for strife. You rather just stay out the way and be that cool dude. Just sit back, like, you gonna look at yourself like, man, I'm happy I ain't in that situation. I'm happy I stayed out the way, because these jakes love to do bitch ass shit, and excuse my Hebrew, but they like to instigate. They like to stir problems. But no. And then when you get into the book of Romans, the 12th chapter, it tells you, and I'm gonna grab that. I'll grab it out here. Speed faster. I believe it's 12 and 18. And it says, "It be possible," it's Romans 12 and 18, it says, "It be possible, as much as lieth in you, liveth peaceable with all men." And, so we ain't out here trying to cause no problems. We rather just chill and stay out the way. But this particular individual, not necessarily he was, trying to cause strife, but he was causing a big problem, for the person, the brother that he was living with, the brothers that he was living with. But at the same time, it could have led to fingers pointed to the congregation. So we had to, get him out of there. But, the individual, he did feel bad, and this ain't my call. We supposed to forgive our brothers, 7 times, 77 times, a complete amount of times. But if you can't change your conduct, not take this sincerely and genuinely, then, it's not all going to be open arms. I'm not saying that you were in the camp, but you this individual definitely put brothers in a predicament where we had to go accordingly. And like I said, we want mercy, and the brother did tell me, our abundance of mercy is going to be different from other brothers. I believe that's Sirach, the 16th chapter. Okay, Sirach, let me grab it real quick. Sirach. I'm going to just grab the scripture. Now I'll end it off there. I believe it's the 16th chapter. Also, 16. It's Sirach 16 and 12, and it says, "As his mercies is great, so is his correction also. He judges the man according to his works." So, you see this a balance in that scripture. Like, don't play with the Lord's mercy. As much as he can give you mercy, that's how much correction and hell he can put on you. Alright? So, you conduct yourself accordingly to the scriptures, because the Lord can expose you, he can kick you out, he can judge you, and he can get you out of a situation, he can bless you or give you salvation, depending on which road that you want to take. Alright? And I'll probably do a part 2 to this lesson, because it does touch on different avenues, but I just want to make this one, just for the sheep to comprehend and not be too long-winded. But I want to close out, and again, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and again, double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Mill, so who's teaching this truth and sincerity, and also who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. I want to close out, say shalom, and on to the next video.